How did we get played today? We got teased today like it was the old school Times Square Pete Boots. Good afternoon, Evan. How are you today, kid?
I was better if we weren't teased.
I liked it, to be honest.
Excuse me?
I liked it.
You liked being teased?
Yeah,
you
I
liked
liked
being
it.
brought into this world of the Jets may get Tyreek Hill only an hour later to be shoved down to the ground? You like that?
I tell you why I liked it. I liked it because the Jets are in a different spot now. The Jets are one of those teams now that's in on things. I love it. I love it.
How is that enough for you, though?
Because the small steps, Evan.
I want to get the guy. The guy.
I would have liked to have gotten Tyreek Hill as well. I know the Dolphins give up 5 draft picks. They give up a first, a second, and a fourth in this draft, a fourth next year, and a 6th next year. So 5 total. The New York Jets, according to every report I've seen out there, made an offer that did not include a first-round draft pick. And Kansas City said, we're good with that, too.
Yeah, because they offered the 2 second-round picks, one of which that came in the Sam Darnold trade.
Yeah.
If they were able to pull this off, and I understand it came down to Tyreek Hill, which I have questions about.
He chose Miami.
I get that. I have some issues with that, but whatever. That would have been a freaking steal. This franchise would have had both of their first-round picks.
Yep.
And added one of the best wide receivers on the planet. And they've got 2 good tight ends for Zach. And they've got a really good offensive line. I can't even use words to describe how excited I would be right now if they pulled this thing off. But Tyreek Hill chose the weather, and he chose no state income tax.
But let's be fair about it. The New York Jets did a badass job. A, they're in the conversation. B, they made an offer that was accepted. And C, I'm not blaming the Jets. I love Joe Douglas. Joe Douglas is now one of those guys. His phone rings now when it comes to major players that might be on the move. And while it sucks that we didn't get him, yes, it does, because everything you said is right. All of a sudden, the New York Jets are a team to be reckoned with.
I do.
I'm not going to go cry. I'm not going to cry about it.
Well,
I'm not crying about
finishing second
He wants
place.
to go to Florida. It's nice in Florida. He's got Waddle on the other side.
Okay.
No state income tax. Whatever.
Finishing in second place is not good enough for me. Is it good enough for you?
Oh, come on. It's the Jets we're talking about.
Well, okay.
All of a sudden, you have some pedigree of winning.
No, I want good football players. It's the reason why I was upset they never traded for Devontae Adams. It's the reason I brought up Robert Woods to you. You know this is something I've been thinking about for weeks, adding a big-time playmaker.
Yeah.
And the tease of the last few hours.
I loved it.
And here's the other thing I don't understand, and try to explain this to me.
Go ahead. All right.
Tyreek Hill is in the final year of his contract. So obviously he was going to have to sign an extension.
Which he did 4 years, 120.
Why was it strictly like being up to Tyreek Hill?
Well, maybe because they have a good relationship with the player. They weren't going to give him the deal that he just got from Miami.
Because was Tyreek Hill going to refuse any kind of extension with the New York Jets if the Kansas City Chiefs said we're trading you to the New York Jets?
My gut is that they had already talked to Tyree's agent and probably had a similar deal, if not the
Drew
same deal on the
Rosenhaus.
table.
They let it be up to him. And once I heard that it was up to him and his agent, I tweeted it out there. You want to call it Roberts-itis? Call it whatever you want. I call it being right.
Yeah.
I knew we had no shot. I knew it.
But you know what? For 2 hours, you dreamt the impossible dream.
Great.
You did.
Great.
So I couldn't be happier. Could not be happier.
He didn't get the guy.
And I'm okay with it. I'm okay because
what do they get
we
for
have
that, though?
Crossed over to a new dimension for our franchise. We're in the game now. We weren't in the game with McCagnon. We were not in the game with Idzik. We were in the game with Tannenbaum, to be fair. We are now back on the table. We're in the game. Like, we're a terrible franchise. We've been a terrible franchise for 90% of both of our lifetimes. We are now in the game, Evan. We have a seat at the big board table.
That's not enough for me, man.
Listen, remember when you were a kid and you go to your Aunt Rosie's for Thanksgiving and there was the big table the adults sat at and then you and your sister and the other Roberts that no one really cared to talk to got the little folding table in the corner?
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to be at that little folding table. We are now sitting at the big boy table.
The New York
Roll
Jets.
up your sleeves, Joe
the
Douglas.
New York Jets are the worst team in the AFC East. A team in the AFC East just got considerably better. The Jets lost. Like, they didn't get Tyreek Hill. Not blaming the Jets. I agree with you. It ended up becoming up to Drew Rosenhaus and Tyreek Hill. But I can't take solace in a second-place finish. I don't know what happened to you. I don't know what happened to my fellow New Yorkers. But if you are taking today as a positive, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. There's no positive. They
I
didn't
think
get the guy.
only way to look at it is positive.
No, if you didn't want Tyreek Hill, I know my old partner didn't want Tyreek Hill, then it's a victory for him. It's a victory for you guys.
It's a victory for me that we didn't get him.
Well, you're acting as if it is.
It is a victory that we're in the conversation.
And what does that mean?
That's a major stride forward for us.
And what does that get us?
Here's what it gets us.
What does it get us?
It gets us the next guy.
Who's the next guy?
I don't know.
We've already seen Devontae Adams traded.
He wanted to go to his favorite team as a kid. He reiterated that.
But Craig, that's the problem. Everyone wants to go to a certain place.
Yes.
When is someone going to wake up and want to come to the New York Jets?
It's coming.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You know what's going to take that to happen?
Why are you so angry today?
Winning.
Are you angry because this guy on Twitter stole your photograph today and put it out like he was his own? And is asking me if I know the copyright laws of 1976. You're a douche face. That's all you are. You'll never be anything more or less than a douche face who stole Evan Roberts' picture today and tried to pawn it off on your own.
My picture of the Seaver statue that's covered
this,
by a
clown Too Gooden, Mark Gooden, took your photograph today and put it out like he has breaking news that the Mets built a tent outside the stadium to cover the Seaver statue. Is it accurate? Yeah. Whose picture is it?
Listen,
Yours.
Gooden, I double parked on Roosevelt. Did you double park on Roosevelt? I accidentally left my key in the car, not thinking someone could drive away with it so I could take that picture, only to run back, get the key, and take another picture. Did you do that, T. Gooden?
No,
I did not. But that's not why I'm in a bad mood.
I had to put that out there because it's pissing me off that people, it's simple. Picture taken by Evan Roberts.
That's right.
It's not your breaking news, you jerk off.
I'm only upset that I got teased today. Someone
I like the tease.
I can use an analogy. It would be very dirty, but I was fondled today. We were all fondled today, and what we get? Nada.
Well, we did get Tilercio's subs.
Great. Okay. Look, there's some positives from the day, I guess.
I've had a fantastic day.
When Kevin Durant plays basketball tonight, he will then have played one more regular season game than James Harden has in net. That's a positive. But at the end of the day, there was a 2-hour period where Brandon Tierney, myself, and many Jet fans had a chance to dream. You had a chance to dream of Tyreek Hill. Yeah. And we didn't get him.
So
there's nothing positive that comes out of
this. I want to be clear. I'm with you. It sucks we didn't get him. We're totally on the same page on that. And for a couple hours when it looked like we had a chance to get him, I was like, "Oh my, we're going to be a legitimate team this year.
No excuse.
If our quarterback's any good, right?
No excuse for Zach.
Yeah. And then of course, you get the deflating news that he picked the Miami Dolphins, but it shows you that my main man Joe Douglas is in on the know with every franchise in the league. And to be honest, I've not felt that way since Tannenbaum.
Craig,
And you're not going to talk me off my good feeling tree. Sorry.
But what you're forgetting is that in the Jets not getting Tyreek Hill, he's now teammates with Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
The Miami Dolphins, besides that, they've had a pretty good offseason. They signed Teron Armstead the other day as well. The Miami Dolphins look better. They look more competent. The Bills are the Bills, and Bill Belichick is still breathing air into this world.
Sure.
The AFC East, maybe not to the same appeal as the AFC West, but the AFC East has gotten better and better and better.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure the New York Jets, as much as I've liked this offseason, I'm not sure they've gained enough ground on the Dolphins, on the Bills, and on the Patriots.
Well,
so if Tyreek Hill had decided to go to the Baltimore Ravens or to go to the L.A. Rams or to go to the Minnesota Vikings, I would view it a little bit differently, be disappointed.
Fair enough. If they're going to a division rival, that bothers you. I mean, get it.
Are you not thinking about how the Jets secondary, which overall was blah last year, how they're going to have to deal with the combination of Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill?
Nope.
That thought hasn't gone through your mind?
You know why?
Why?
They still have a lousy quarterback. And as long as they've got a lousy quarterback, I ain't going to worry about it. I'm going to enjoy today's news or near news. It was near news. It wasn't news. I'm going to enjoy the fact that we are now in a new territory with the New York Jets. We are now one of those teams that's in on everybody. And while we didn't get the guy we wanted, and yes, that hurts. That hurts. I wanted Tyreek Hill as well, game-changing wide receiver. I know there's more coming, not just this offseason, Evan, but every offseason. Because I now have a GM that has made the type of strides he needed to make where the New York Jets are now a player.
What big trade has he made to acquire a talent?
Hang on, I want to be clear about this. I want to be very clear about this. For those of you out there that are pissed at the Jets, why are you pissed at the Jets? They made an offer that Kansas City accepted. It's not the Jets' fault.
I'm not pissed at the Jets. I'm pissed at the situation.
There's a lot of people pissed at the Jets.
Well, you can't,
I'm
look,
not one of them.
Ultimately, he got to decide where he was going to go. Okay? If that's what happened with Devontae Adams, too, and we talked about it a few weeks ago, and if that's what happened to Robert Woods, then there's nothing the Jets could do other than get better, start winning, and make yourself a place that people want to go to. But I'll ask you this about Joe Douglas, who I like. I think he did a great job trading Jamal Adams with the picks he got back. A great job trading Sam Darnold with the picks he got back. And last year's draft looks very, very good. But he hasn't made that big move yet. That move that you're citing that the Jets are close on.
It's coming.
Okay, when the Buffalo Bills traded for Stephon Diggs, it was a game-changing move.
It's coming.
I'm afraid that this trade for Tyreek Hill could be a game-changing move for Tua or Teddy Bridgewater.
Of course you
Where
are.
Where is our game-changing move?
It's a process.
When?
You have to be committed to the process,
When?
Evan. You don't just wake up and say, oh, today I feel like winning the lottery and win it. You have to first play the lottery.
Okay, Sam Hinkie, tell me more about the process.
Sam Hinkie.
Yeah.
Yeah. The process. You have to be in it to win it. We've never been in it. Now we're in it. But you guys are so negative. Like, it hurts my ears sometimes. I'm having a great day. I'm having a fantastic day. It's only 2:13, and you've already changed what was. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. So 7, I've been up for 9 hours already. The first 8 hours and 45 minutes of my day was glorious. And then I saw you.
You're blaming me?
Yeah, that's right. And you know why I'm blaming you?
Why?
Because of this negative diatribe, number one.
Because the Jets didn't get Tyreek Hill when
not
we had
their
2
fault.
hours to dream
not
about it.
Their fault that they didn't get
I'm
him.
not blaming them, but I'm allowed to be disappointed, no?
Number one is that whole thing you're doing right now. Number two, you went out to Citi Field without me.
Yes.
You didn't get Corona ices.
Correct.
You didn't go to Mama's.
Correct.
And you just came back like you weren't in the borough in which I told you to wait for me to go to get these particular items. And I'm mad about that.
Do you remember what I said to you? And it wasn't on air. It was as we were leaving. Do you remember what I said to you about me not going on Wednesday, which is today?
Because the meatballs.
I said, listen, Craig, I can't promise you I won't go when something is set in my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about something.
And I said, if you went, you'd also do these other things. Right?
Well, no, we had sandwiches coming today.
Uh-huh.
So why would I go get more food?
Uh-huh. You know what? I'm glad that this douche knuckle on Twitter stole your picture. I hope he uses it all day long. I hope he uses it on his website, too. Yeah, and doesn't give you any credit for it. That's what I hope. Listen, we got a lot to do to your diehard Jet fan. Listen, the Jets made an offer that Kansas City said was good by them. It came down to Tyreek Hill. This is not on the Jets. I love the fact that the Jets jumped right in to go get Tyreek Hill. I think it sets a really good precedent for major moves to come in the future. So I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.